Hi, welcome to Gemini Star Spiritual Wellness. Thank you for joining me today. I'm excited that you're here with me for this video. So in today's video, we're doing our weekly tarot card reading for the week of April 19th through 25th, 2026. And this is for all the fire signs. So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So let's see what's going on for you upcoming fire signs. Or sorry, for you fire signs for your upcoming week. That's what I meant to say. So let's see what's going on. As usual, take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. And please hit that like button so this will go out to other fire signs that need to see the message and get the information. Because when you hit that like button, it sends it out to more people. And if you are not yet a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button so that you get future videos I put out. I am going to be doing a lot more special tarot readings this year. I feel very pushed by spirit to do that. So if you hit the subscribe button, you'll get those when they come out. So let's see what's going on for this upcoming week. And happy birthday to any Tauruses that are watching. It's your season coming up, and happy Taurus season to everybody. Starts on April 19th this year. So let's see what's going on. What is the energy for the fire signs for the week of April 19th through 25th, 2026? What is the energy of the fire signs? For the week of April 19th through 25th, 2026. Yeah. All right, let's see what's going on. All right, so we've got, Six of Wands. I'm sorry, Six of Swords, King of Pentacles, Hanged Man, Six of Wands. I said Six of Wands. It was a Six of Swords. I said Six of Wands, and then a couple cards later, Six of Wands comes out. All right, we got the Three of Wands, the Emperor, and we got the Tower. Oh, man, okay. The Earth sign's got a tower too. All right, so coming into the week of April 19th, you are, you're kind of in this hangman energy. So, and this isn't a past position. So this is what you're currently, going into this week. This is where you've been. And this hangman energy, you're just kind of like, I want to say hanging around, but you're kind of like at a standstill about something. But the standstill, now, one thing about the hangman, you'll see that he's got this little halo around his head. So he might be standing still, but he's getting enlightenment. So while you're standing still, it's like you're getting enlightenment at the same time. But it's like you're not moving on something. You're just kind of in one spot right now, not taking action on it. Or you weren't in the past, because this is the past card. So coming into the week, you were kind of standing still on something. It looks like you are going to have movement going forward. But like I said, in the past position leading up to the 19th, you are, you haven't taken action yet. You've been standing still and you've been getting enlightened. So coming into the current energy for you, fire signs, you're definitely leaving something behind. Something that's been kind of choppy for you, that's not been an easy, hasn't been easy to deal with. Because if you look at this card, the water they're leaving behind, you can see it's kind of choppy. But when you look at the water here, it's real smooth. So you're going to calmer waters. You're leaving something behind, and that's in the current energy, and that's you right now. Now, the situation is I've got King of Pentacles here. So what I'm hearing is this King of Pentacles is the energy for you. So it's like the situation you're in, you're leaving. It's like you couldn't go to calmer waters until until you were the King of Pentacles. It's like you had to I'm hearing work on money or work on financials or get money gathered up. It's like there's something that you had to do to strengthen your financial standing before you could leave this situation. And that's why they're saying that's why you were not taking action in the past, because you had to wait for the right time. You had to wait till you got into this King of Pentacles energy and you got everything, cleared up. I mean, like gathered up as far as financials. Like you had to wait till the timing was right financially before you could make a move. But now, because this is current energy, so now you are in this King of Pentacles energy, fire sign. So now it's like now's the time to leave. Now you're ready to get away from that situation and go to calmer waters. And you are going to be victorious with this. You are going to have a victorious transition from the old situation to, to leaving it behind and going into the new. So this is the current energy I have for you, fire signs, for this week. So this is your current energy for the week. So yes, you are going to be victorious, but you had to, yes, things were put on hold. They keep saying things were put on hold because of the financial. Like you had to get your abundance gathered up first. It's like you had to get all your ducks in a row with your finances and get that stable and secure and get that figured out before you could move forward out of this situation. But you are going to be victorious and you're in the King of Pentacles energy. So you've already done this, or you're just now, in this coming into this King of Pentacles and finishing up getting your finances gathered up and figured out. But you are going to be victorious. You're victorious in this, leaving of the old situation behind, the choppy situation behind. You're leaving that behind and you are going to be victorious. And what's interesting is I have for you in the near future, we've got this 3 of Wands. So, right now you're leaving it and you're in this King of Pentacles energy and you're successfully leaving the situation behind. And then shortly in the near future, you're taking a step forward to like a new journey, going out on your own, I'm hearing. You see how he has his little travel cloak on and he's got one foot in front of the other. I don't know if you can see that, but he's got one foot in front of the other and he's starting a new journey. So he's already made the decision. He's already, made the decision. He's already got his, his abundance gathered up. He's already figured things out. And now he's ready to, put that, leaving that old situation behind and going into a new journey. Um, and I feel like I'm hearing there's like the sense of this relief. It's like, you're happy that this new journey is starting. Like you're happy to get out of this situation and leave it behind. There's like a sense of like relief, that things are finally moving forward and I keep hearing you're happy to be on your own. I keep hearing that. So it's like you're happy to be on your own. And it's like, so it's been rough for you. Like they're saying when you couldn't really do anything and you were stuck in this hangman energy, because you might have been stuck in that for a while. It might have been like a year or two that you were stuck in this hangman energy. And it's like, because, you had to get this all figured out first. And so it was hard for you to stay stuck. And it's like there's this sense of relief that, oh, good, I can finally start this new journey, leave that behind. And it's like, yeah, it's like you're just happy to be on your own, and starting out this new journey. So it's like, so the 2 cards I have here is we've got the Tower as one advice, or the 2 advice cards I have here for you, fire signs. We've got the Tower. So this is like a major life change. So you're leaving, whatever you're leaving behind to calmer waters, it's like a big deal. It's a major life change. And that's probably why you were in the hangman energy for so long, because it is a major life change, especially if you had to figure out all your financial stuff first before you could make a move, before you could really leave the situation. But the thing about the Tower is it's a shocking change for the better. So even though it looks scary on the card, you got the lightning bolt hitting, people are falling out of the tower. It's like it's a shocking change, but it's change for the better. So it's like you leaving this situation is going to cause the Tower. There's going to be Tower stuff. So there's going to be consequences. Like if you're leaving a relationship, it's like you're going to have to deal with the other person, and leaving them behind. You're gonna have to deal with working with them. You're gonna have to deal with, like, if you're in a marriage, you're gonna have to deal with, maybe losing some of your finances or coming up with a settlement. And so there's definitely, it's gonna be consequences for the decision, but it's gonna be shocking in a sense of, it's gonna be intense while it's happening, these changes, but it's going to be for your betterment. It's, shocking change for the best. And what I said to because the earth signs, they had the tower too in their reading. And what the tower kind of makes me think of is like a giant broom that comes in and kind of sweeps stuff out of your way. Like if you're in a situation that maybe you've been lingering in for too long, and it's kind of gotten you off your path, and it's time for you to leave it behind. The universe will come in and like especially if you have been feeling intuitively you need to leave it behind, but you've been ignoring that. So if you feel intuitively like, yeah, it's time to get out of this situation, it's time to leave it behind, but you're scared to, or fear's keeping you stuck, or whatever's going on, and you refuse to do anything about it, it's like the universe will come in and take care of it for you, because because it's important for you to get back on track, right? And not be derailed and stay stuck in a situation that it's time's up. It's time to leave it behind, but you're allowing fear to keep you stuck. Yeah, in those type of situations, the tower can be quite jolting, because the universe isn't always like gentle about it. Come in and woof, major life change, the tower hits, and it happens to get you on track to where you should be, to get you out of that situation. And the other card that's interesting I have here is the Emperor card. So I'm going to go ahead. That's the other advice card. So let me go ahead and pull two clarifiers for that card for you, fire signs. So two clarifiers, please, universe, for the Emperor card for fire signs. Two clarifiers, please. Okay, right here. Oh, okay. Okay. So, when I'm hearing about this card is the emperor. It's like you were dealing with an emperor, and that's what you're leaving behind. Now, the emperor can have very strong attributes, because it's the emperor in a positive light. The emperor in the positive way, he has all the attributes of all the four kings of the tarot. But in a negative way, he can be, controlling, over dominating, have controlling nature, not be very nice. He could be very not very loving, my way or the highway type of energy. And I'm in this situation, what they're telling me is the emperor is negative. It's like whoever you were dealing with, that you're, I say it feels like, yeah, it's like it's a love relationship is what they're saying. Now, it could be, I mean, for some of you, this might be like, a situation like your boss was in that emperor type energy, and they were like in that type, but that, like, being in that kind of negative attributes I was talking about. But I'm hearing for most of you, this is like a love reading, a love relationship. But this emperor was negative, and it was putting you in this Five of Pentacles energy, feeling neglected, feeling left out in the cold. It's like your needs weren't being met. They were making you feel bad. They weren't being loving and kind to you, and they weren't treating you respectfully. They weren't being like that with you. And it's like they were trying, it's like they gave you with this Page of Pentacles, what I'm hearing is it's like they came to you with an offer, right? A little offer, but they weren't living up to the offer. Like they gave you with this little offer to kind of hook you in, but this is how they were treating you. So it's like their words weren't matching their actions, is what I'm saying. So maybe they were saying, they really wanted this relationship with you and they want a future with you, but that's not how they were acting in the relationship. That's not how they were acting towards you. So maybe they were being, I keep hearing the word controlling and like kind of domineering, and they were kind of leaving you out in the cold. They were neglecting you. They weren't treating you like an equal partner, Like, like the equal of the emperor would be the empress, but they weren't treating you that way. But they were like saying like smooth words I'm hearing. Like they would say stuff to you to try to, like loving nice things to you, but that's not how they were treating you. It wasn't matching up. And yeah, it's like you finally got to the point where you were tired of that. It's like you realized that they weren't treating you what they were saying. It's like I'm hearing future faking. So kind of like maybe they were promising you like a commitment. They were promising you a long-term relationship. They were promising you all this stuff, that they wanted a partnership. But that's not how they were treating you, and that's not how they were acting. And it's like they were faking about it. It's like they were saying all this smooth stuff to kind of rope you in with the offer, but they weren't sticking to it, what they said they were going to do or what they promised they were going to do. Yeah, it's like they weren't, they definitely weren't like, I'm also hearing emotionally unavailable. So maybe they weren't real like one to communicate about their feelings or talk about things. There was this emotional avoidance that they had going on with you. They weren't like real open with you, like emotionally avoidant, kind of distant. They weren't really talking about it, and you felt like this disconnect with this person because you felt very, neglected. I mean, if you look at the people in the card here, you can see they look very neglected. They've they're out in the cold, their needs aren't being met, they're struggling and suffering, and that's kind of how you felt in this relationship. You definitely weren't getting your needs met, and you definitely, did not feel like this person really loved you. I mean, because if you feel like this in a relationship, that's not good. But that's definitely how you were feeling. So it's like, the universe is saying it's time. That's why the tower's coming in, because it was like, boom, it's time for you to get out of this situation because it's obviously not good for you. And so it's time for you to get out, and you are, you're going to leave it behind, going to calmer waters. You're going to be victorious in leaving it behind. And you're going to be victorious in starting this new journey for yourself. You're going to have lots of victory now. You're going to be successful, and you're going to be okay, because you're in this King of Pentacles energy. So you've got your financial ducks in a row to leave, and, and you did what you needed to do there, got everything gathered up. But like say, but maybe if you're like if you're in a marriage, I'm hearing that you got like maybe a really good settlement and out of it. And so the settlement, helps keep you in that King of Pentacles energy, like you got abundance out of it somehow. Like I said, maybe a good settlement. But things are going to work out because you've got that 6 of Wands and that 3 of Wands, and you are going to start this new journey for yourself. And you're happy. You're happy to start this new journey on your own. Like you're happy to get out of that old situation. So, wow, I mean, this is really interesting because this is the third element reading I did for this week. I already did air, already did earth, and now I'm doing y'all fire signs. And what's interesting is every single group was a major life change this week. Like this is just amazing. So I'm kind of curious to see what the collective reading and the water sign reading will be, because it's like it's been a major life change. I'm like, wow, this is, just it's like the same, it might be a little different, it might not be love, it might be like career, but it's like these major life changes are coming in. It's like all these tower moments are happening, and I can see that with the energy. If you go back and look at the astrology update for April, there's like a lot of big energy going on this month. We got um, you know, um Mercury going into Aries. We've got let's see. I got it right here in front of me. I always keep it close by. Mars going into Aries, but then we also have got the Uranus going into Gemini on the 25th. So that's a big deal. And with those outer planets like that, they're generational. So they'll stay in Gemini for years and years and years because they're the outer planets. They just stay in it for such a long time. So that's like major system changes right there. and generational changes. So there's a lot of energy for change this month astrologically. So that's really cool, but I'm seeing it in the readings because it's like all these major life changes coming in for everyone. So that's what I have for you, fire signs. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.